I am going to share on how to use your birthday to decode your personality with high accuracy instead of going through the tedious personality test. Your birthday will give information on the 5-element energy, how prominent those energy are in the chart, and how does a base energy interact with them, which will govern your personality. After you are able to decode personality through birth charts, you can apply it in multiple areas to manage your wish, which is wealth, interrelationship, spiritual well-being, and health. I shall explain on this application in the coming episode, so stay tuned for more. You can follow my earlier video on part 1 and part 2 of this series per the link below. You can also learn how to read other people's charts after you are able to understand your own birth charts. Please go through part 1 and part 2 to have a better understanding on reading the personality in the chart. Do subscribe to this channel in order not to miss future interesting content. We have already covered the reading of your base energy or the 10-day masters in our birth chart in part 1 of this video series, and learn about the energy interaction in part 2 for wood, fire, and earth base energy. And now we will learn about the metal and the water, how it interact with the 5 elements and the different stars such as resource, influence, output, wealth, friend star for both metal and water people. I have I will also explain the attributes of the resource, friends, output, wealth, and influence star that is present in your chart to form a more complete picture of your personality based on the dominant stars that present in your chart from its relationship to your base energy. For those people with base energy of metal, that means they are under the metal day masters. The same kind with them is considered as their friends, and what they produce, metal will pull in water, so is their output, water is their output, which also sort of weaken them. And what they control, which is the wealth element, is actually wood, because metal chops wood. And what controls metal is fire. They forge the metal and melt the metal, which is fire, is called an influence element. And also what produce metal is earth, which is the metal's resource. We have reached to the last base energy, which is water. For those people that is a water person, either a yin or a yang water, a sea water or cloud water, same kind of energy that is present in their chart is considered as their friends. And what they produce out is wood, which is the output. And what they control, which is a wealth element, is fire. And what counters them or control them is influence element, is earth, because earth control the movement or contaminate the water. And lastly, their resource element, which produce them, is metal. As you can see, all the 5 elements will have a different relationship with the base energy element, either the same kind as friends, produce out as output, be produced as resource element, control out wealth, and being controlled is influence element. The presence of a certain element that becomes dominant in the chart depends on its relationship will have a certain characters accordingly. If you have a lot of same elements in the chart, means that you will have a lot of friends, or you're a good networker, where your good points is work well with teams, have self-confidence, can network, and the weak points will be you spend money. There will be competition as well because they are the same kind of you. They will control the same elements as you, and lack of discipline. If you have a lot of elements which produce you, such as a wood person has a lot of water in the chart, means that they become a thinker, they can accumulate a lot of knowledge, understand complex data because of the knowledge, and also because the elements produce them, they will get nobleman's help. However, the weak point will be that they will think too much because this is a thinking star. They tend to be complacent and procrastinate. Next is that if you have a lot of output elements in the chart in relation to your base energy, you are producing out means that you can express, talk well, you have a lot of ideas and also can think out of box. However, those ideas might not be practical though. You tend to be a perfectionist. Sometimes you can talk with no results. Next is the element that you control, which is termed as wealth element. Do bear in mind that it doesn't mean that you have a lot of elements in the chart, you will be rich. It's not related to cash, but it's related to the effort that you put in to control the elements. The good points will be results oriented, hardworking, and able to manage resources. However, because you're controlling out, you tend to be intimidating. You do not trust other people. And also, it's my way or highway. And finally, what controls you, which is the influence element or the regulator, regulate yourself. Make sure that you follow rules, you're systematic and disciplined. For the weak points is that you do not have much of a clear direction, not flexible, does not like change, and there will be quite many problems. Let's look at this chart again, the example which I've used in the part 1 of reading your personality from your birth chart, which is a yin earth day masters. As you can see, this person has a lot of earth, means that he has a lot of same kind of elements, friends element in his charts, means that he has the attribute of being a good networker, can network and can have self-confidence. And also, there is water in the branch, and I've stated in my past video, I will put the link description in the below on how does the birth chart impact your life. Branch is always stronger than what is in the stem, and the water element is also prominent to this person. This means that the person as a G earth or yin earth person can handle a lot of stress, can be quite secretive, nurturing, and with the friends elements in his chart means that he can network very well. And also the wealth element, which is water to the earth person, he is also hardworking, she or she is also hardworking and results oriented. Now you have more or less the information that is needed for you to know your personality better, and you can apply in a career, which I will share with you in the future video. Some of the sophisticated software of Parcher Plotter will even give you certain percentage of which are the dominant energy. By the way, this is a very basic level of understanding your personality, and there could be some other information which you can decode from a birth chart, such as your wealth potential, your career, and your journey in life, and you will need a professional birth chart consultant to decode all this information. Please note that what I've shared with you on what influences your personality on the base energy of 10 stems, the dominant energy in the chart, there could be some exception for a minority chart which does not follow these rules entirely, and is also there are some special charts that is exception as well. You can get a free life energy personality reading if you have already subscribed to this channel and show the proof that you have done so. You can scan the QR code here or the link below this video. And this promotion is only for a limited time only. A traditional astrology masters will prefer the presence of all the elements in the charts to ensure that they are balanced, because as you have known, they have a role to play in your life to make what we are. However, most of us will have some missing elements or one or two elements that is too dominant. The approach is to just make use what you have at the best. There are many ways to compensate for the missing elements, such as through your own actions, partnership, and etc. Hope that you have learned more about yourself and even people around you and their personality through this video. Do subscribe to this channel of learning how to make use of the 5 elements life energy in various aspects of your life. Finally, thanks for watching.